Welcome back to Blockchain Pill. My name is Alex, and today we'll see what's been happening on the Internet Computer Protocol blockchain the previous week. And I want to start this video with this tweet that I made earlier today, because I'm feeling that people are increasingly bearish, although this is the worst possible time to be bearish on altcoins and especially on ICP. And let's have a look at the tweet and then we will discuss it. So being bearish when ICP and the entire altcoin market is at the bottom is the worst move, and it really is, and I'm going to tell you guys why. All the stats are up. Caffeine AI has been finally unleashed, and this has been in the works for the past year, and everybody has been waiting for it. And the altcoin season is finally about to start its rally, and some people are being super bearish. What's wrong with you? This is the tweet that I made, and I'm trying to be honest here. If we look at the ICP price chart, we are literally at the bottom, and people are crazy. I didn't see people, bearish when the price went up like 6 or 7 times. People are usually super bullish as the price goes up and mega bearish at the bottom. So the fact that we're seeing tons and tons of people being bearish right now, to me, is an indication that this is the bottom, where we are extremely close to the bottom. Besides Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Hype or Sui, pretty much everything else has been performing terribly. But this doesn't mean that this was the bull run. We are gonna see pumps and gains like we've seen in 2021. Some people say that it's gonna be even crazier. I don't know if it's gonna be crazier than 2021, but this was not the bull run. And capitulating now at the bottom for ICP when everything else is better than it was 1 year ago. Everything else right now on ICP is better than when the price was $20. The network was barely burning any ICP. We didn't have Caffeine AI, and people were extremely bullish. And now we're light years ahead of where we were just 1 year ago. And people are more bearish than ever, which is wrong. You shouldn't fall into this trap, and you shouldn't be bearish right now. Don't listen to that. I think that in the next 6 months, 6 to 9 months, we're gonna see incredible gains on all the altcoins out there, even stuff that people, wrote off as, a bad investment. I think even those are gonna pump when the real money comes back into the market. We waited here for years. Don't quit, with like 6 months remaining. Like, that's stupid. At least be all in and be there all the way, because I think worse than losing your money and, exiting your position, your crypto portfolio at like minus 60, 70, 80%, I think even worse than that would be to sell it and then for your bags to pump, and you're gonna do the calculations in your mind and be like, oh shit, I could have had like $500,000 or $300,000 or $100,000 or whatever. And I want us to really stop and acknowledge what we're feeling right now. We're feeling, sad. We're feeling unmotivated maybe. Get these feelings right now. Remember them, because when the euphoria is gonna come back and all of your targets are gonna be broken through, you will want to remember that, listen, nothing goes up forever and stuff are gonna come back down. So if your target for crypto is $100,000, you're gonna reach $100,000, and then instead of taking profits, you're gonna think like, oh man, $100,000 is really not a lot of money. What if I wait a little bit more and make $250,000? That way I can buy, 2 houses here in Romania. I can live in one and I can rent the other one, and now all of a sudden I have 2 assets and one of them is generating me passive income, which is way better than just, buying a house. And then you're gonna go, let's say that the euphoria continues, everything keeps going up, and you're gonna get to $250,000, and now you're gonna think, oh shit, just 2 houses, I mean, they're good. But what if I go up to, another 2x, and now I have $500,000, I can get the 2 houses, I can get a cool car, and I'll have some money to buy the next bear market lows. I'm gonna get a few Bitcoins and I'm gonna ride them to millions and millions. And let's say the crazy part of the bull run continues and you will actually get to $500,000. Then you're gonna think, you know what, I'm so close to being a millionaire, why stop here? I wanna be a millionaire now. Where I wanna get to this is there is no upper limit when it comes to money. Like, every single point that you hit, you're gonna want more and more and more and more. You're gonna get there, but eventually everything is gonna start going up, back down into the bear market, and all of those gains will be unrealized and are gonna go just like that. And we saw that happening in 2021. We saw that happening in 2017, 2018, and it's gonna happen the same at the end of this year and into 2026. So it's gonna happen the same. So keep in mind how you're feeling right now. Take a mental note of that. Make a promise to yourself, set your targets, and once you get to the targets, take some profits. Because you need to transform those, internet money into real money and back into the bank. So I want us to have a look very quickly at the ICP stats right now, because I did mention that everything is way better now than it ever was in the history of ICP, and the price is a lagging indicator. So first of all, there are over 1,600 node machines. And I don't know when's the last time I actually looked at this. There were like 500, 600, and now it's 1,600, which is a lot. 47 subnets, 94 node providers. The cycle burn rate, we're steadily, burning between $5,000 to $10,000 a day, which is really, really good. Like, I remember the days when literally no ICP was being burned. This is the market cap, $3 billion. Almost half of it is locked and participating in ICP governance. Remember when they invented ckBTC? We barely had like 2, 3, 4 Bitcoin, and now we're up to 417 ckBTC on ICP. That is like $50 million worth of Bitcoin on the ICP network. And this is thanks to Bitcoin platforms like Odin Fund and other platforms that are utilizing ckBTC to improve and build upon Bitcoin. There you go, like $50 million almost here of ckBTC on the ICP network. Now, Caffeine AI, which has been the talk of the town for the past weeks, I love the direction in which this is going. They now have a TikTok account, which is something crazy. You never saw Dfinity have a TikTok account. It interacts with everybody, it retweets what people are building, which is super cool. And now we're seeing them go on TikTok, and it starts with those interviews that they're posting, but they really are targeting those, Gen Z and other people that stay on TikTok. And I actually made a post about this saying that I love this, and this is how we'll get the Gen Z onto Caffeine AI. Just wait until more and more people get their codes and they start building using Caffeine AI. When the Gen Z finance influencers are gonna find Caffeine AI and they're gonna build some stuff and scale them to $5,000 or $10K a month, this thing is going to explode. And together with Caffeine, ICP is going to explode. Super, super bullish. And finally, the last thing that I want us to have a look at is what people have been building using Caffeine AI. And if you already have a code, congratulations, you can build using Caffeine, and you can highlight what you've been building with the hashtag BuiltWithCaffeine. And shout out to Red here, who made a banger post which went viral. DocuSign is a $15 billion business, and using Caffeine AI, I just built my own. What a banger. What a banger of a tweet here. Let's have a look at the prompt that he actually used for Caffeine AI, and it's a pretty big prompt. It gave all of the information to Caffeine AI. This is very important to be extremely specific with what you want Caffeine to build. And in just a few seconds, he had the interface that he could already use, including document management, saved signatures, user management, and audit trail. And incredible, just like that. DocuSign, a $15 billion business, and he was able to build it in just a couple of hours using Caffeine AI. Very powerful. Let's see what app Luke has built from Plug. Shazam in a couple of prompts using Caffeine AI, and we can see here how he's playing a song by Bob Marley, and the Caffeine AI using the microphone can actually identify this song, which is cool. We can see here Westcliff Technologies. Caffeine AI handles 3D assets and animations like a beast. Load, render, animate all in your browser. No lag, just magic. Incredible. Alpha Warden, he built a second game. The game is called Kingdom Clicker. Let's see some of the features. Incremental cookie clicker-like game where you can grow your realm from a peasant hut to a sprawling medieval kingdom. So this is going to be one of those games where you advance and get more resources and build a bigger kingdom. Really, really nice. I'm looking forward to see how this develops. Somebody has built a new Linktree alternative built in minutes using Caffeine AI on the internet computer. Developers are spinning up fully functional link in bio tools in record time. Somebody built a YouTube called it VideoTube. You can upload videos to it, which is super cool. And the last one that I want to highlight is from Ricardo. He was highlighting here Microfund, the trustless microfunding app for communities, in just 3 prompts by cloning PayPact from the app market with Caffeine AI. Absolutely incredible. And then he goes through the prompts that he used. So I think it's safe to say that as more and more people get access to Caffeine AI, we're going to see some incredible tools and apps being developed. And I think that the future is looking bright for ICP and for crypto in general. Now, if you're feeling down, stop feeling down. In my opinion, and I know I said this many, many times over the past 3 years, I always said it's the next 6 months and so on and so forth. Listen, I think this time it really is the next 6 to 9 months and everything is gonna change. Don't feel down right now, or even if you're feeling down, go outside, go in a park, go on a trip, go have some fun and stop looking at the charts. And I think that the future is gonna be okay. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.